I was able to keep up that level throughout the whole match. I think it was very very important for me to be clearer and execute every opportunity I had. I think that was the most important thing for me, and yeah, just trying to do the best I can, and it was a very good night for me. I mean, I feel good. I'm not rating anything yet since I have to play again, tomorrow. So I'm trying to stay on point. And this is how our sport is. You appreciate it. Of course, you're very happy with the current win, and then you have to quickly move on and start focusing on the next match. I think at the moment I'm just very pleased that I was able to go through that match. To go through it in such a manner. And I already have another match to play tomorrow. So to be completely honest with you, everything kind of shifted already for tomorrow. But again, very proud of myself that I was able to play such a good and clean match overall. So yeah, very grateful to be again to be that far into a Masters event, and I'm very excited for what's next.
Were you feeling that?
Well, I mean, it's of course when you win a match like that, you can say so. But again, I mean, Carlos is such a I always call him like a firecracker. He's amazing. He's no. I love watching him play. Honestly, I love watching him playing. I love practicing against him, competing against him. I mean, I'm 12 years older than him, so it's honestly a lot of fun for me to challenge myself. So it's a great opportunity for me. But also against him, you cannot really let him hit the ball. I think we saw what happened even when I was up a break in the second set. The game he broke me, it was straight up 4 forehands. Absolutely nothing I could have done. So can I get mad? Yeah, I can. But there was no there was no reason for me to kind of drift away. I just had to stay patient. I was aware of what was happening, how it was happening, and I knew that if I had another chance and opportunity, I could have really like step in, and that would have given me another opportunity, and that's what happened. I think in the last game I didn't pull back. I kept on believing in the game that I was playing, and again the execution was very good.
Interesting you say that you're 12 years older than him, because he just said that you made him feel like a 13-year-old.
So that's a great comment.
So now you've touched on there's no time to celebrate. What do you do now going in against Zverev, who has a pretty good record on you?
Just like every other match. As I said, we have like limited time to celebrate, to get ready, to prepare, and right now the most important thing is to prepare for the match. I'm not gonna think from now what I can do. I think it's just very important to stay in the moment. I think that's what our game is about. I mean, I think that's the beauty of our game, and it's always the most simple things are the most difficult to do. And I think this is actually what I did tonight. I was just trying to do everything as simple as possible, and any execution that I had, a sitting ball to come in, ball to hit a slice, to do something with the ball, I was just on it, and same thing. I think in a way the same thing tomorrow, the same thing every match that I'm going to be playing from now on. So there's no pulling back.
Hello, Igor. Congratulations. When you play such a level, is it something, I don't know, in the afternoon at the warm-up, do you feel it coming by, I don't know, your practice session, the warm-up? Do you have signs that it could be a very good evening?
Yeah, I love reading the horoscope every morning, so that's the one thing I love doing that. But I don't know, man. That's a good question. No, not really. Not really. Also, the past 2-3 days, to be honest, I barely hit any balls at practice. Conditions are very different throughout the day, at night. So you always try to kind of focus on what works. And I think this has been always a tournament that somehow I've been doing well, but then not well. So it's been a very interesting relationship that I've had with this event. So I think every year I'm trying something new, and finally, after I don't know how many appearances here, I feel like, okay, finally I'm doing something right, and I think I'm just gonna stick to that. And I think, again, the basic stuff, you know, the recovery, preparing for the matches, resting, food, all that, it really adds up. You know, it's been a long trip overall. The past, I would say, 3-4 weeks, plus coming from California, so it's been an absolute pleasure for me to be as professional as I can be, and really have zero regrets, and I think I'm very, very proud of myself, but of course with my team and everyone that's been helping me to stay also in that bubble, if you say. I think it's very important, and I think also after years of experience you kind of learn a thing or two, and yeah, I want to live every moment out there.
Last two.
Hey, Grigor, well done. Are there things about your game that you think match up well against his game?
I mean, I like his game a lot, so I think overall I like his game a lot. Like he's for me one of the craftiest player out there, and sometimes I can put myself in his shoes in certain moments, and I kind of can guess, so to speak, what might come. But it might come. It's not like it will. But as I said, he's so explosive throughout the court. So you really need to put him in uncomfortable position. And I think, and sometimes you need to deliver that power yourself in order to be able to sustain also his shot. So it's a very interesting game sometimes, especially when you have delicate points. Sometimes you have to play a little bit cat and mouse to see who's going to hit that first shot. But that is all in the game. I'm sure he feels it the same way. He's already such a complete player at such a young age, and you could see that he generates, he slows down the game, he goes with a kick serve, great drop shots coming into the net. So it's a very completed player already. But again, in the same time, I like that type of a game because it also keeps me alert throughout the time. So maybe that's one thing that I would say it's the closest to matching.
Last one.
Grigor, just to expand on that, did you find anything specific in this last two matchups against him? Because obviously you've been successful. Did you find anything in terms of strategy, in terms of things that you could do to hurt him?
Completely different matches, completely different conditions. I would say I was actually thinking last night to watch a little bit of our match in Shanghai, and I was just about to press play and I stopped. It was like, okay, there's no need to see this. Everything is completely different. You know, it's end of the year. You're playing. You know, in Asia the courts are very different. The weather, everything was a completely different matchup. So I just wanted to kind of come out there and have like a clean sheet, and then start building from point one. And of course I tried it right away. Also, I didn't have much time to lose out there on the court. I couldn't allow myself to do that, to kind of put the ball in and wait to see what he's gonna do. So what is the next best thing? You know, look on your side of the net and try to basically hurt him with every shot, every opportunity you get. And I think that was the simplicity where I think it really like added up as the match went by.